Hello! Hey friends! Well, I'm glad we get to stream today, and I didn't clean my room, so don't judge me. I didn't get a chance, and I figured it wasn't that important. Well, it's good to see you guys. Fluffy. Oh! I hear myself. Rookie mistake. Mute. Don't want to be a rookie after all this time. Okay, let's see. Chats are working. This is working. Things are looking good. Fluffy, Jelly Fox, and Phoenix, Therzos, Alex Reed, and who else? That's on Twitch. And Sizzles. I fixed the thingy thing. Fixed. Does that mean the thingy thing works? How do we know? And hi Pippi over on YouTube. So we are multi-streaming today on Twitch and YouTube, giving that another go. Is this our second or third time doing that now? I think it's only our second time doing a multi-stream. Third time streaming kind of in the recent history of things, so that's good. And we're gonna do some emote stuff. Kind of the usual. Peoples can see the channel now. Oh, that one. Thank you. It's something that we would have disabled because I wasn't streaming for the longest time, so there's no point in that channel being visible. But thank you, Sizzles. It be fixed now. And Mashy Bay, hi. So, did I miss anything in chat? You finished your episode, Fluffy? Good work, my friend. And how's everyone today? Anything going on? Hi, Selena. How are you over on YouTube? I don't know if it's gonna make sense to say which chat I'm speaking to. I feel like most people are kind of gonna get it, but it is what it is. Well, we can switch over to stuff that I am painting. I was going to... How do I want to do this? It's potentially gonna show the previous emotes that I've done, but maybe I won't bother with that and just like leave them up here. Maybe that's the way to go. This one's my favorite of the set that we're working on. Yes, I'm back working on the Sailor Scouts set of emotes. And in this set of 10 emotes, we've got 2 dedicated to just Sailor Moon, the heart one, the sleep one. These are obviously ones we finished. The Mercury High one we did last time. This one looks like this because I'm going to be animating it, and I was just like preparing it for animation. Just looking back at these, which means I'm going to have to do some modifying to fix the other 2, which is kind of annoying. Oh, my camera. No. There.
Also take my Prime You Prime streamer.
Oh, I've got your Prime. Thank you, Sizzle. I'm trying to like fix my camera. Thank you for the Prime subby, Sizzles. What's up, Lagoon? How are you? And Tahoe. Oh my goodness, it's been a hot minute. How are you? Okay, so the follow age, yeah. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm listening to our music on the old bot, which is why the Foxo bot is derping. Rigged. Yeah, so ultimately we're switching bots, fun fact. And I don't know exactly big picture what that's gonna mean yet. Just bear with me, as things might be broken for now. There's Mercury, and then we have our Luna Confused. And this one, which we're doing today, has nothing because we haven't drawn it yet. Yes. Well, let's draw it now. We're moving to a new bot. Yeah, like at some point. So for now, like, it'll be what it'll be. When I'm not lazy. Yeah, like, no rush. It's not gonna make a difference on this, like, stream today. So, ooh, I drew a circle. That's always how we start, isn't it? Yes, most of the time. And oh, let's make this circle bigger. Wait. I can make my circle more round if I do, oh, I don't even, never mind. Oh yeah, so we're gonna draw Sailor Jupiter with a flower. It's a Sailor Jupiter flower emote. A little too big. That's the plan anyway, so we're gonna give that our best go. Yippity yip. What's up, Sinbad? How are you doing? How are you? Welcome. Okay. Alright. Let's turn this down. Well, as usual, I think because of the fact that we now stream on YouTube as well, multi-streaming, I feel the greater obligation to involve more teaching and stuff in case people watch back the broadcast, the video. So I will make sure I'm explaining what I'm doing. But I am good. Thank you for asking, Sim. I am good. Glad you are good. Jupiter's hair is going to be an interesting one. How do I want to do this? Well, face shape first is kind of really where we go with this. Kind of do my circle, and then I really get that jawline, like chin figured out. And I remember, especially in my early days of drawing like basically chibis and emotes, that chin line would give me such a hard time, and that chin line was like make or break for the face. I mean, among other things, like eyes are make or break or whatever, but definitely the chin line, where that's at, and the eyes would certainly be a big factor in like make or break of it looking good or not good, not so good. So other things are more forgiving. I feel like ears are pretty forgiving. I've never really felt like ears gave me a bad time. So that's good. But yeah, the face line and everything definitely gives me a hard time. Even still, sometimes I'm like, what? How do we draw this? I don't know how to draw this. Yeah, some things stay difficult. And then eyes are still one of those things where sometimes they go well and sometimes they don't. I want to stick with the same eye style, so this basically. What did we do on Mercury? Right, so that's kind of the usual. Got it. Got it. Kind of like that. A little pointy on the side. Something like that. This music's cool. So are you drawing sailor emotes because you're hyped? Why does... I hate how the YouTube chat covers like part of what you guys say. I don't even know how to fix that. I know how to like hack my way around this for a second. Okay. Forgive me and my noobiness on the YouTube side of things. Drawing sailor emotes because you're hype about the new movie. Oh, what? No. What new movie? Oh boy, when does that come out? I better finish this set before then. Pog. Do people still say Pog? I'm actually asking, do people still say that? Or is it just me? I literally only say Pog when I'm streaming. Why is that? Okay. Well, that's exciting. A new Sailor Moon movie. I am all about it. Let's do it. Let's see it. I think it's out in Japan. Oh, okay. So maybe it's already out. Sailor Cosmos. Well, let's do a quick 5-second Google on Sailor Cosmos. See what the Google says. Sailor Cosmos manga. Well, what if we put in movie? Is a 2023 Japanese 2-part animated action fantasy film. Ooh. It was released in June. Oh, and they were interesting that it's in like 2 parts. I wonder where we can watch it ultimately. Yeah. Or if we even can, or if it's like only in Japan for now. Good stuff. It's interesting how like certain things just stand the test of time. Sailor Moon is one of those things. The Sailor Moon and the Sailor Scouts. Now, how do we want to do the eyes? Well, we'll have her looking kind of towards the flower, I think. She'll be holding up a flower. Now, Sailor Jupiter does like have, I don't know what to call them. She has like electricity powers, but then she also has like flower nature powers that I don't really know if I understand fully, but... Wait, who is this I see? Oh boy. Hey Jay Harley, how are you? It is I, Sailor Scout Jupiter. Wait, no, that's not me. I wish. It is not me. I'm good. How are you? Thank you for asking. And noticing me here over on this corner of the internet. You know, for the first time. Well, I can't say the first time. For the odd time in a while. The odd and infrequent time. But things are good on my end for the most part. I saw the name and was like, wait, no way. Yes way! We here for once. Which is good. It's good to be here. How do we want to do this? Little lash there. Do we want a little one here maybe? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, one eye looks pretty done. We're making decent progress. Let's see how much progress we can make in a stream. My goal is to sketch it, which that's like, I think achievable. If we're lucky, we'll get farther than that. Oh, that eye positioning. This is what I'm talking about. Make or break. Let's get it right. Sometimes I'll draw the eyes in like the completely wrong spot on the face and then like not really worry about it. And then when I'm done, just like pick it up and move it to the right spot. And you can't always tell if it's the right spot. Sometimes you have to just like trial and error, move it around till it looks right. Darius hates dash and flower. So hateful. Thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Okay. Let's see. How is that looking? Not terrible. Not the worst. Not horrible. Keep going. It's half the battle. Just keep drawing. Don't worry about it too much. Just keep going. Mini points in various art projects. I'll have to tell myself that. Like, just keep drawing. Just keep going. I'm good and glad I caught you live. Your videos on YouTube helped me a lot with chibi drawing. Wicked. Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that. Well, thank you for popping over on the Twitch side of things and chatting. Somebody's got to keep me company while I stream. Whoa, why does that look so weird? That's awesome though, yeah. And the fun part is I get to stream on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time now. Technology. I guess the technology was always there for that. I mean, since I've been a streamer, but it's nice to have the opportunity to do so. I don't know why I'm not loving that. I feel like it's one or the other in this case. Stylistic choice, but it was bothering me. Move that over a touch. Not terrible. Okay. Yeah. Now, how do we want to do the mouth? Hey, Olympian. Long time now. See how it's going? How's it going? It's going good. How are you? It's good to see you. I don't know how we want to do the smile here. Long time no see. Yes. Okay. The old typo. I don't know about you. Okay, can I ask you guys a really stupid question? I've never had this problem in my life. My phone now no longer typo fixes the word the. When I'm... Hold that thought. Darius! Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, Club Moon, how are you? Oh no. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. When I'm on my phone, okay, I'm gonna make a new canvas because I don't want to ruin the old time lapse just in case. How do we make a new emote canvas? So when I type on my phone, I'll like lazily type, and so I'm used to actually typing TGE. And I'm always used to my phone correcting it to the obvious the. For whatever reason, I think it's my newer phone that I got within the last year, and I've had this problem for like the last year, where it won't autocorrect this anymore. And I can't figure out how to make it do that. I suppose I should like post on like Reddit or something, but my autocorrect will work for other words. My phone doesn't auto-fix today, weird. Yeah, but my phone will fix other words, but like TG, it's almost like have I typed it so many times it thinks I think that's a word I want to use. Like, so it literally drives me nuts. And I'm constantly fixing this typo every time I'm on my phone. And the word the, you type like almost every time you type a sentence. Not every time, but driving me insane. And I'm like, I really gotta like fix this because I feel like I'm old and can't make technology work. And this would be the kind of thing that my dad would be like, hey, can you fix this for me? And I'm supposed to know how to fix it. And I'm like, man, I can't even fix this for myself. I'd love to stay longer, but I gotta go sleep. It's 2:30 a.m. Well, thank you for the sub and stopping in to say kind words to me. And I hope you have a really good sleep. Sleep well. 2:30 is, yeah, late enough for the average person. Yeah. Weekends go like that sometimes, don't they? Trying to figure out eye positions. This sounds like some Star Guardian music or something. What are we listening to? Oh boy. Super Galaxy Rumble. Pretty close. Some League of Legends, no doubt. Hi, Yoshi. It's Yoshi. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me on this fine Sunday evening. Yes. Well, we are making excellent progress with our emote so far. Hanging in there, best I can. That's good. You know, I'm just looking at... I feel ya, me too. I'm gonna fix... Can I fix these at the same time? Because I've moved and done some different things with my overlay. Okay, we'll just do this like that. I might as well fix my camera stuff. Does that look better? Yeah. And I might as well snap it to the edge of the screen. Oh, we're already at the edge. And then what about this one? To the edge, to the edge. Push me to the edge. There we go. Oh no, we're not quite at the bottom edge there, at the bottom. Which I do not like. Make it go. How's that? Good. Better. Better. I like that better. Might as well make the camera slightly bigger since we kind of have the room based on like the changes that I've made. Hey Digi! How are you doing? Yes, we are live streaming today. Oh, how do we fix this? How does one fix this thing? Where is the thing that I'm trying to do? Layer. I thought I had a button for this, but now it's just this kind of button. Maybe if I press shift. Maybe if I press control. Oh yeah, there we go. Much better. Oh, I clicked cancel instead of okay. Well, it happens. Click okay. Been meaning to reply. Oh, like no worries, dude. Reply when you got time. And let me see. What was I gonna do? Draw. I've been doing. How have I been? Oh, I know how I've been doing this lately. Woo. Guess it doesn't matter as much for the sketch, but yeah, I have this new style of nose thing going on where I do a little airbrushing and then a little erase. I think it looks good. I don't know. We're just going with it for now. Woo! How do we want to do the eyebrows? Probably just casual, normal looking eyebrows. Normal-ish. How about some hair and the rest? Hair will help, won't it? This circle shape isn't really helping us a ton anymore, is it? That's much more of a perfect circle. That looks better. But let's do hair. And I think one of the rookie mistakes that a lot of people make when they are newer to drawing people, or of any style probably, is drawing the hair way too low on the head. And especially if you're doing kind of cartoony stylistic stuff, you have so much room to like give height and stuff to that hair. So like it's gonna go all the way up here. Full reels. Now I've got a reference of Jupiter, so I'm gonna kind of go off of how to do her hair from that. Sailor Scouts have very particular hairstyles that we want to kind of emulate and achieve. Oh boy, you guys, it's December. Is anybody doing any exciting December things? I would hope so. December's kind of one of those months, so hopefully some of you have got some fun December plans. So that's looking good. Let's do one of those. One of those. Little swoopy swoop this way. You might want to do, I like that, but maybe make it a bit more. Now, which one am I referencing? I've got like several. It's good to have several. Oh, look at the little wispy hair piece. I'm gonna move the chin line up. It's the constant adjustment that I keep doing through the entirety of the sketch. Celebrating December 13th. Now, what is December 13th for you? Turning my December inside out, honestly? Oh, tell me more. What does this mean for you? Inside out. Well, it sounds like a good thing. I want to say. Luckily, I've got most of my Christmas shopping done. I kind of try and take advantage of the sales that can often come about in November. Looking good. What do we see? Hey, welcome back, Ghostlin. Oh my gosh, I remember last time when you were here, I was like asking you about your name, and I'm hoping I didn't mess it up. Well, let me know if because I'm forgetting for some reason. If I said it wrong, I'm Ghostlin. That's what I'm going with. How far off are we? Sometimes certain people's names takes me a couple times. So forgive me. This is what I mean about hair and like going big. Make it bigger. Boom. Not bad. Oh, it's Taylor Swift's birthday! Well, there you go. So what exactly will you do to celebrate? I think it was today on the radio when I was driving. I heard one of her Christmas songs come on. She has a few good ones, of course. And it was like, oh, what one was it? I don't know. Her one about like Christmas tree farm, something, something, something. I was like, oh yeah, she was the one who grew up on a Christmas tree farm. You did it right. Oh boy, I'm proud. 10 out of 10. Thanks for the tips you gave last time. Oh good, I finished one of the emotes and almost, I hate how this little thingy's covering. Oh, there we go. Almost done with the rest. Pretty sure a few are done, but might do touch-ups. Well, it sounds like good progress for you. So good stuff. I'm back. 2 people tried to sneak up on me in Fortnite. Oh, you're playing Fortnite. Whoa. Gaming and watching streams. I love it. And I've been good. Busy, of course. Super busy. Not doing enough of the things I want to be doing, in theory. Well, not enough of the creative stuff, and just a lot of life responsibility things instead, which is rather, like, boring. Boring to talk about, anyway. But it is my life, and it's kind of the stage of life that we're at. And just hang in there, I guess. So, that's where we're at. I miss doing the gaming thing, but I guess that's a bit of a choice too. Gotta prioritize, make time for it, give up sleep or whatever. Not always the best advice, is it? How do I want to do this? I'm gonna do it like that, maybe. Well, we're making progress. I always felt like drawing bows was pretty simple and easy. I always kind of enjoyed drawing bows. But it's funny, you know, something that's easier for me is not necessarily easier for somebody else. My best friend and I get Starbucks and ask them to write "Happy Birthday, Taylor" on the cup. Aw. And then we finish our Christmas shopping. I'm sure you take like a picture of it or something. Nice. I feel I'm hit a huge reset button and it's going to affect a lot of people one way or another. Oh, interesting. Well, I won't pry at you, but it does sound like a positive thing for you, Yoshi. You're the CSP goat. I try to be. I can only try. Thanks for the tutorials. What's up, Andy? I use Clip Studio for my tattoo career. Oh, wicked. Well, I'm happy to be helping people with careers, among other things. That's wicked. And yeah, I've been missing creating tutorials on the more regular basis, so I'm hoping I can kind of get into at least making some more tutorials soon. But yeah, making tutorials on YouTube in particular has been very fulfilling for me and fun for me, rewarding in many ways, so definitely more to come, I want to say. Just kind of slow in between for now while life is the way that it is. Now let's see. How did I end up coloring these? Alright, well, I think for this one it would make sense to have maybe some lines like that. Which drawing tablet are you currently using? An old one. Very old. And by very old, what is this? How old is this? Let's see. Can I even figure that out? Might be 5, 6, maybe even 7 years, dare I say it, years old? Maybe 5. But anyway, it's a UG 2150. So. Wish I could get rid of this little button here. You know what I'll do to compensate? That's what I'm gonna do to compensate. Perfect. Sometimes you just gotta compensate. That'll do the trick. Well, this emote's looking good. Pen tablet. Yeah, so it's like a, what do you call it? Like a monitor drawing tablet. What's the word when you can draw directly on it and you can see it? Like a screen tablet, basically. I forget. That's what it's called. Yeah, Yugi, the brand, spelt Ugee, is the brand. And I mean, this one stood up really well for me. It's a big one. It's 20 something inches across. Maybe it's like a 20 inch. Could be as big as 22. And it's like a sturdy thing. Ah, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. What's up, Nedbella? A display tablet. Hi, how are you? Welcome. Yeah, there's lots of different like terms that get thrown out for the same thing kind of thing. So I try and like be accurate with what I'm talking about, but I don't know. I just use a different word every time. Oh, you do that every year? Nice. So your best friend obviously loves the old T-Swift as much as you do, hey? It's good stuff. Good, thanks you. I am good. No complaints. Happy to be drawing this one, and so far so good. Wonder what kind of flower I should really do. I feel like a good old cherry blossom would be fitting. Let me look up a quick picture of one because we need references. As much as I could attempt to draw it from my brain, I can't even remember. And because real life pictures of cherry blossoms are less helpful, I'm gonna type cherry blossom. You know what's good? Clip art. Type clip art. Cherry blossom clip art for like objects and things. Really simplifies it for us. Beautiful. This looks good. Which one do we want to go with? I like this one. Perfect. We'll base it on that, I think. And I will draw the cherry blossom first before the hand and stuff. And I like to keep all my like layers of the various sections separate because it just makes it easier to fix them up if I need to like adjust a section alone. And just it's for speed purposes. And you know what's over here, I guess my camera's kind of covering it. I got about like 7 layers there of my yeah, 7 layers or something like that of my sketch, and works for me. Layers are your friend. You said it best. Layers are our friend. So I'm gonna just draw a regular kind of flower first. And then I'm gonna draw kind of the shape that I'm seeing. Little blip on the end of every petal. Looking nice. See, that I wouldn't have been able to remember from my own memory, my brain. I would not have been able to be like, oh, that's what a cherry blossom looks like. Like, no. Unless I'd drawn one like before or like recent, more like not a chance. So there we go. I'll do the little, even the middle. Don't think I would have been able to get right, so. Looks nice. And again, with the thought of moving it around, we will do that. For now, I'm just gonna make everything a little bit smaller. And maybe tilt it a bit. Maybe like that. And what about our flower? So we want her to be holding it. So we have to draw a nice hand. How high should we be holding it? I don't know. Probably pretty high. I mean, how big do we want to make it? Bigger is better. That is the trick with emotes though, because of size. Give size to the things that matter the most, and good luck making it fit. Ha. Yeah. And I mean, one of the things I've learned over time with emotes is don't be afraid to like cut off edges, like the edge of this flower. Like all the pro looking emotes do have edges cut off because you can't like fit everything. It's just not realistic. Otherwise, you sacrifice making important things smaller for the sake of fitting everything in. Better to cut little edges and unimportant things off than it is to like make it all fit. Going for the detailed hand look. Risky choice. Like the realistic hand, I should say. Which is more detailed, but risky choice. Visible. This is a good song. I haven't heard it in like a long time. And the reason I kind of got rid of some of the like overlay text stuff that used to be kind of at the bottom of the stream screen thing is just because it wasn't like updating anymore. Like things would happen, it just wasn't updating. And then I don't know, with the idea that we're also streaming on 2 platforms, it's kind of like it was only really tailored to the one on Twitch side. So I'm like, for now we just don't need to show it. I don't really know. That's something we can think about. Are you using a stylus? Yeah, I'm using a display tablet to be exact. We were just going over the terminology for what it was. Yes, we've got our pen and then basically a monitor here that we draw directly on, and we can draw directly on our picture, which is good. When I learned to draw though, like digitally, I had one of those, oh, what's the word? So it's not a display tablet, it's just, maybe that's stylus in this case. Is that where you have the one where you can't see what you're drawing? You have to like hold it like this and then you stare at your computer screen or whatever. What is the term for that now? I didn't even notice. I'm out of it. Wait, what are we not noticing? Oh, the fact that it's gone. I mean, it's not supposed to be something in your face all the time. So to notice it would be like, the fact that you haven't noticed it is like fair. Yeah, I think so too. So, but I feel like styluses do really work well. Like good technology for the money, if that's what you can afford, like an excellent place to start. And I also feel like there's something, and it's just, maybe it's just me because I had to learn with that, but almost like a rite of passage to like learn with that kind of thing. But I'm sure there'll be less and less usage of those over time because having access to any kind of display tablet, whether it's an iPad or something else, is more and more going to be more and more of a thing. So we're going to see less of the stylus types. Anyway, so, but I was gonna say that I feel like you can draw just as well with a stylus once you get used to it. The thing that a display tablet does so well is speeds things up so much. I just draw so much faster because it's just so accurate in comparison. Whereas with the stylus, you're always trying to like kind of, you're getting you feel like you know where your pen is, and it's not always completely accurate. The stylus isn't too shabby with interchangeable tips. When you say like tips, you mean like literally the end of the pen. I, with my stylus experience, only ever had one same tablet the entire time. And so I never technically changed a tip or anything. What does that really do to have a different tip? Hey, Steven, how are you? Almost like to me, it's like I never would have thought of that as doing something. Okay, what did I accidentally just put on eraser? How did I mess this up? Uh-oh. But it's on pencil mode, I don't understand. I just clicked a button on my pen. Oh, come on. Pen mode, there we go. Well, that's not a button I've ever used. I'm kind of surprised to see it work. Let me try it. Oh, we're erasing. Oh, we're drawing. Wow. I've had the buttons. I've had this pen for like a bajillion years. And I swear I never got it to work. And now it just accidentally worked for me. So, I might try messing with that a bit. Again, speed is huge when it comes to like anything art. Okay, this is looking funky. Like her arm isn't going to line up where we need it to. So we're going to figure that out. New discoveries every day. Oh yeah? What kind? Bajillion, Fluffy. Is that what I was saying? Bajillion years. Oh, that's right. Let's gonna move this over here because it wasn't always working for me. It's like BHB or 2B, I believe, in oh, there is that little thingy covering this screen too. That's so annoying. Okay. Is how they categorize them. Really? That's just so funny because real pencils? Are we talking about real pencils? Because real pencils had that kind of categorizing. So to me, that's almost confusing. I guess maybe that's the point. It's supposed to emulate types of real pencil sizes and whatever. I was referring to pen buttons working. Ah, yes. A discovery it was. Trying to get this to work. Arms. Let's make this arm work. Well, to do that, we're gonna have to get the shirt to work. Like the sleeve and everything. So, okay, how do we wanna do that? Without it looking wacko. Let's not let it look wacko now. Because of the shoulder and everything. Ugh. Let's raise this up maybe. Anatomy. Because like as much as chibi style for emotes, like anatomy still has its still plays its part here, so let's get it looking sane. The tip is called a nib. Yes, this I know. I did know this. And it'll grind down the more you use it, or if you're heavy-handed. I still use my Wacom Intuos without this screen because I've gotten used to it. Yeah, now I had a Wacom, it was like a bamboo stylus one, whatever, and with the nib. And what's funny is I never ever, after many years of using it, never felt I had to change the nib. I don't know if it was just to say it was a good nib, good pen. Never happened, never needed to change it. So It's funny to think about. Like this one I've been using, this has a nib and everything too. And it came with other nibs. I must not press that hard or something. But I feel like the screen literally of this display tablet is very slidey smooth. So I feel like there's not a lot of resistance and friction that would like wear it down too quick because I've put a lot of hours into this one. I want chocolate. I don't have chocolate. You should get one of those advent calendars, Fluffy. Totally should. Does anybody else have those? Or are those just for kids? Or are we all just big kids inside? Advent things just mean you pay way more money. I mean, if you get the ones at the dollar store, they're not that bad. Pay $3 or something, $2 for technically 24 chocolates. It's not horrible. But when you think about it, that's probably for the amount of chocolate you're technically getting. It's probably still double the price. But it's for the fun of it, Fluffy. A chocolate a day keeps the doctor away. You know that's what they always say. That's what they say, right? No? Not chocolate? What? What's up, gamer girl? Welcome. How are you? That's what I aspire to be. A gamer girl again one day. One day when I have time to be a gamer and a girl at the same time. What do you think? I shall aspire. That is what they say. That is what they say, after all. Gamer girl, thank you for the follow. And forgive me, I'm literally not making fun of your name. I'm literally complaining about the fact I never get to game anymore. Sorry. How are you? I try not to be a jerk, but I'm also socially awkward sometimes. So the only way I know how to make up for that is to be like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I did see you on the League leg the other day. That was that last night? Yeah, so I log in to good old League of Legends and try to play. And the first thing that's wrong is I'd previously uninstalled it to, like, you know, save room on the computer. And for whatever reason, I guess with that particular uninstall, it got rid of all my like personal settings for like hotkeys. And oh my god, I guess I had enough personalized hotkeys that the game felt terrible to play until I had taken some time to fix them. So I was like fixing them in games, and I was like, this is terrible to fix this in game. I don't get enough of a break to like figure out how. There's the one particular setting in the hotkeys that is like at the very, very bottom of all the hotkeys. There's a little checkbox that says auto attack on left click something something something, and that was what I was looking for. And I was like, I can't play without this checkbox, and I couldn't remember, but I figured it out thanks to YouTube, in fact, finding a little video how to do it. And I was like, thank god. Hey Digi, you just won. Well, congrats on the win. Whoop. Good stuff. Now we gotta draw the other arm. How do we want? Just a shoulder, I suppose. Yeah. Let's get some hair going like up. Starting to look decent. Let me think here. Let's make it look better. There's more to be fixed here. You know what? Now's a great time for a flip canvas. Oh, and there it is. All the mistakes that we've been blind to this whole time. The eyes look wacko, so let's fix them. You know, in fact, I'd say one relative to the other needs fixing. So it's amazing, the flip canvas trick. Like, how well that works. Whoa. How well that works. Progress, and the cheek once again looks funky, so can we fix that? Without wrecking the art. I might need some redrawing on this cheek. It's just like bugging me a lot. And I feel like the point of the chin really needs to come more in line with it wherever the mouth is. To have that to the side over here makes no sense. In line with the mouth, please. I don't do the old like face thing when I'm doing chibis and emotes. Maybe that would help. Maybe there's a place for that even in this kind of work. That's fine. I don't bother with it. So this eye, that's already looking better. So if we flip back, doesn't look bad, but hair here. The point of the chin is to the bottom of the face. What? It's not out here to the side. And flip back. It's kind of like now that I've got the base of everything in, like each part has been drawn, I can now like fix stuff. Fixing time. And details while we're at it. I guess we could have, yeah, another little strandy of hair on this side. Good. I might have to move the arm around, so maybe preemptive to erase that bit right there, but we'll work on it. Keep going, keep going. I remember, I just had a memory of like when I would be drawing on stream and I'd be like, just keep swimming. But I'm like, I'm thinking about just keep drawing, just keep swimming. And the key to being like, to just keep going. Don't stop, just keep swimming. And I guess with her flower up there, definitely is kind of covering the hair. How are you and the family? Good overall. Can't complain. But if I were to complain, I would tell you, you know, that I've seen better weeks. And my anxiety's been running rampant this last week and trying to like regain normalness. Though things don't really feel normal anymore. I joke about this saying like, don't have kids and it will be fine. I mean, I have no regrets that I have my son or anything. Wouldn't change it. Love him to death. But certainly being a mom is the hardest, like most energy draining, never ending, non-stop effort, and sleep is like not a thing and blah 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 blah. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't. It changes things immensely, and maybe that's the better way to put it. My whole life is so different. I think about sometimes how I miss who I feel like I used to be, and I think one of the things that maybe isn't talked about enough, especially from like a mother's point of view, because the mother typically takes on the bulk of the work, the burden, the thing that takes time in raising the kids. I feel like we lose so much of our identity. We simply become the mom and we stop being whatever it was we were before. So like me streaming today is like me hanging on to that really hard in a way. And it's not to say we don't come back to some of this stuff when life gets less busy, but I think when that time comes, things will be different anyway. So it's kind of like, sometimes I feel like I'm missing out. Sometimes I feel, yeah, just like a sense of like a loss for my identity as to who I was before. And I kind of just miss having time for myself, me, myself, and I. And time to myself is like, I get to shower by myself for 10 minutes, and that's special, kind of. And that's not me time, that's just simply basic needs being met. Gotta shower. So, I just kind of miss sometimes how it used to be. But I'm crazy enough to have more children into the future. At least that's the plan. That you is still there. Yeah, and that's why, like, I think about it, right? Because that's who I feel I am. And it's being, like, repressed, kind of. You've just added the mother as well. Throughout life, we always add and sometimes take away parts of our identity and feel like we've lost a part of ourselves. I felt that way as well. Yeah, I'm sure that like in other aspects, we, as you say, parts come and go from our identity. Like one of the things I can say like that was a part of my identity that sometimes feels like it's missing is, how do I put it? Being a kid at school. Like being the child at school, being with my friends. And sometimes I'm like, I miss those times. Because, you know, you get to see your friends all the time. And they were like definitely fun times. It's just like a different phase of life. And like nothing like that exists now for me. And maybe that's partially... Oh, did I draw that on the wrong layer? Wrong layer! That's okay. We'll leave it. Yeah. Yes, you totally get the mom thing. I have 3, so yeah, you probably know exactly what I mean, especially like a sense of loss of like who you used to be, obviously your time, and it's a bittersweet because obviously the sweet thing having your children is very fulfilling, making the assumption that a mom would feel that way. I think many of us, most of us do. Not that it feels good all the time, but fulfilling. We love our kids, whatever. I just came in. Hi, how do I say your name? Eol? Or dare I say Eoli? Your picture is cute. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're working on an emote. And I'm just getting the sketch together, trying to fix it. Fix the shortcomings of it and whatever. So yeah, how are you today? I'm glad you're willing to share this with us. It's very honest. I mean, yeah. I mean, what else am I going to talk about? I wish for, in some ways that I could be like, everything's great, everything is happy all the time, but that's not real, right? And I mean, I've had my phases of life, like before having a child, things were much simpler. And there were a lot of times where I was like, yeah, everything is great. Everything's good right now, right? But but that's a good way to think of it. The various phases of life, that parts of our identity come and they go. It's the way it is. What's up, silliest specimen? Haven't been here in a long time. Hope everyone's doing okay. Yep, doing okay. How are you? I tried to do this, but I was holding a pen and then it was just like awkward. Doing okay. Doing okay. Trying to do the okay sign. Failing miserably. What's up, random? Kun, how are you? Is it Kun or Coon? I want to say Coon. I don't know. That's the thing. A lot of times in online places, people expect others to be cheery and happy, but let's be real, that's not reality. You know, that raises a funny point about like the things that I do. As someone who makes YouTube tutorials, has an online presence, streams, whatever, dare you call me an influencer, which, whatever. I sometimes feel like I'm really not very fit for that type of thing, because for me, posting on social media, I'm so conflicted. It's, for one thing, it's like, post everything wonderful, happy all the time. That is my life. Oh, look how great my life is over here. It's wonderful. And then there's the other piece where it's like, oh, now I post the realities of life, the struggles, and like basically just putting your whole life on display. And I struggle with that greatly. The only place that I feel like kind of works better for me is here on stream, because then I just like talk about it, feels normal. But I struggle to post anything on like my Instagram stories and stuff these days. I was better at it before. Maybe that's because life was simpler once upon a time. Oh, thank you for the follow, Jenoko on YouTube. Follow, whatever, subscribe on YouTube, thank you. How are you? Yeah, so let's see. And I'm glad you're doing good, random. Thank you for hanging out with us, by the way. Okay, how's this looking? Let me think. And just to add on to what I was saying, not to knock anyone who does like the social media thing, presence thing, whatever. I find I'm just not very good about opening up on there these days. Feels strange, and maybe it's just like out of habit or something. I was never that good at it. Wish I was, because I think it definitely helps for anyone trying to like do stuff online, whether it's streaming or otherwise. I guess if I want to make this an animated emote, which I do, I might need to give myself some more space. So let's do that at this point. Let's do that. Layer. What is this? Edit. Canvas size. And we'll change it to 600 by 600. Up from 500 by 500 so that we have room to do this. Yes. When I'm doing good, Eel, I am doing pretty good overall. Guess again, I can't complain, but oh. What did I just do? Okay, I'm trying to click undo. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. But I want to change my pen color back to this color. Hey Frida, how are you? I'll open up, but I personally don't like posting on social media too much. I share new books and films and on occasion music, but not many photos of myself. You might remember I wasn't fond of taking selfies. Yeah, I mean, taking selfies is one of the ways to share online, right? And I find I'm not, quite literally, like, honestly, I'm not the most, like, photogenic person in the world. I look fine on video in this. Like, I prefer myself in a video to a photo. For whatever reason, my instant in the moment capture of me in many photos is just like not great. I think I'm also just, I'm awkward in many ways. So I think that just comes through. I find them a hassle. Yeah, man, I can't tell you last time. Like, I rarely take selfies as it is. And like, I think I'd take more if I looked good in photos. It would take more. So that's fine. But reconnecting. Let me check. Hello. Seems fine. Let's check Twitch. Hello, seems fine. Okay. Did I even drop for you guys? That was so brief. Oh, Night Viking, thank you for the subscribey on the YouTube. Thank you. How are you? But yeah, I'm doing good, Eoli. I want to call you Eoli. But you feel hyped. You don't know why you feel hyped? Hyped is good. I have to disagree with you not being photogenic. I always thought you were. Oh, thanks. But of course, your personal feelings on it matter more than mine. I guess to some degree, you might think I'm photogenic if you only ever saw the good photos that I would actually end up posting. Right? It's a facade. Yeah. I mean, okay, I'm probably just being hard on myself too, as people are, right? We're all hard on ourselves. This is Yoli's sister, and I just want you to know that I really like your art, and I wish I can draw like you. Well, thank you. That's really nice. Practice goes a long way. So, get to the practicing, you know? Make those dreams come true, I guess. I definitely was the type once upon a time that looked at other art and was like, I wish I could draw like that. And I will tell you, I worked for it for sure to get at least this far. So, yeah, 'tis achievable in the end. Arm, flower, body. That's kind of what I was looking for. Fix up some of this, right? That was my sister. Yeah, that's awesome. Fun to have siblings. Am I right? Am I right? Does anybody here not have siblings? Hey Mocap, how are you? Good to see you. I'm an only child. Are you? How do you feel that is for you? Like it? Dislike it? And in some ways, it's not quite a fair question because it's like, I don't know. I'd never had siblings to like be able to tell you. I mean, I guess there could be the like sense of wishing if you did or didn't, right? What's up, Triple Strafe? How are you? I'm doing good, Mocap. And just in case anyone's unaware, I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. It's kind of something, I think I was saying this was my second time on both. Frightwave, thank you for the follow on the Twitch. Yeah, so we're getting used to streaming on both. It's a learning curve in some ways, but it's actually smoother than you think. It's just whether, I don't know, other people watching kind of know that that's what's happening. So when I sound like I'm talking to, who is she talking to? You know? Yeah, I think, because yeah, last stream, I obviously did last stream, but I was trying to remember if that was my first time or not live streaming on both. And I'm like sure now that it was the first time. And yeah, it went well. Overall, can't complain. The fact that it worked was the key. The fact that it worked at all. Trying to figure out if the eyes need fixing, which they might. Maybe just like directionally where they're looking. The old liquefy tool comes out. This is sometimes when I use it. I'm thinking like if she was looking more upward. Gotta fix both sides, obviously. Whoa! Liquefy is not always reliable. So I had my best friend's baby shower today. That was fun. That's what I did today before this. She's having a baby girl. And it's the first girl in the family after 5 boys. And I guess by family, it's like the cousins, her siblings' children, basically. So that's exciting. Fun seeing all the pink stuff. Yeah, congrats to her, yeah. She's doing well, all considering. Is there anything on the shirt? Oh, she does have gloves. Yeah, I forgot about that. So we'll draw that in. Is the right layer? Yes. Roughly here. And boom, she's wearing gloves. Oh yeah, and she has earrings. Some of these little details that I'm now like noticing. She has earrings and she also has her like forehead tiara thing that we want to add. Looks nice. Even though I really want to continue watching your stream, I have school tomorrow. If you have any streams in the future, we'll be there. But sometimes for a very short time, sorry. It's okay. Don't be sorry. No worries. Hopefully school is well for you tomorrow. roughly, I'm trying to stream every Saturday, maybe Sunday, each weekend. But my life's a little unpredictable, so it's a bit kind of last minute when I pop on. For now, that may change, but at least we're streaming it all, so you can look for me on the weekends or whatever. Good night, have a good stream. Thank you, Eoli. Take care, enjoy school tomorrow. Yeah, I was tempted to like put basically an announcement out there earlier today when I was like planning on streaming. I was actually planning on streaming tonight, all week. But I was like worried. Just worried that if for whatever reason I couldn't make the stream happen for sure, that I'd feel super bad baiting you all to a stream that never happened when I technically did that 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I hated myself for that. I just hate it because it's like you want to be reliable. You want people to, you know, if you're gonna post it, you want to be able to show up for it. You know, ugh. So anyway, I was mad at myself for letting that slip. I mean, my reasons are valid, but it still doesn't make me feel any less bad about it. It's fine. So, in the meantime, we'll not have any set schedule, and we show up when we show up. That's the best we can do. What's up, Rishi? How are you doing? Okay, we got that there. She has a necklace. That's probably the other detail that we're missing. That I can obviously see at this time. Was it this layer? Yeah. And there is a little, what is it called? Does she not have a gem on it? No. None of these references have like a little gem here, so that's interesting. Interesting then. Wait, but the original reference does. I don't even know. Can I ask something? Oh, I'm doing good, thanks. Glad you're fine. And yeah, sure. Questions are allowed. That is the beauty of the old live stream, isn't it? Yes, go for it. And then her shirt doesn't really have detail or anything. No detail required. Now, let's see. Might move it all down a touch. Because we really don't need that part of her body there so much. We don't really need it. Well, we're making good progress. It's coming along. Let's see. How can I fix CSP brush's lag and delay low-end laptop? Oh boy. The first thing that comes to mind, it reminds me of when I was buying my iPad Pro and I was looking at different iPads and what ones would be capable of running on, you know, literally running a program that could meet the needs and the demands of paintings and the actual dimensions and sizes of the canvas. So like the first thing is like, if you have a lower end device, laptop or iPad or whatever, if it is lower end, and I think it's RAM. I remember it being the RAM in particular. If you don't have a lot of RAM, it's one of the things. You're gonna have a harder time with having bigger canvases and having more layers. So if the one thing you can do, which situationally maybe doesn't work, but draw on smaller canvases with less layers and definitely only use a couple layers at a time. That is one of the ways to minimize some like lag. There are certain 4 gigabytes of RAM. I sort of remember something about like 8 gigabytes would be kind of like the minimum you would want, and like don't quote me, but I kind of just remember 8 gigabytes of RAM being like good. 4 gigabytes of RAM is probably on the low end, definitely on the low end. So with that in mind, because you have such low RAM, you can't like make your laptop be better, and you can't really make the Clip Studio Paint be less demanding. So you either draw on a smaller canvas with as few layers as possible, or one of the things you can do, the minimum specs are on their website. That's a good point. it would be interesting to see what they say the minimum specs are. I'm actually really curious what they would say, especially for the RAM. But the other thing you could do is find a less demanding program. So for example, I want to say Paint Tool Sci is a really good program for less demanding usage. Because I speak only from experience with that I used to draw in Paint Tool Sci, and I always found it really, really good for even your lesser like RAM devices, I guess. I don't know if that helps you. I sounded kind of like I knew what I was talking about there. A little bit. I mean, I guess I kind of did, but... Oh, she has earrings. I need to add her earrings, right? Oh yeah, she's got like the rose earrings. Let's add those. It's insane because several years ago, 4 gigs of RAM on an iPad was considered powerful, right? It's true. And within a few years, 16 gigs was happening. I can't remember how many gigs my iPad Pro has. I don't even remember, but it's more than 8 for sure. And I was definitely looking at specs when I was buying it. So I don't know how to draw this. There's different ways to draw rows, but we might just do it like that. Looks like interesting, but that'll do. This is looking closer and closer to being sketched up. I'm proud of myself. I think we're sketching a lot faster than we did on previous streams lately. One of 3 recent streams. I guess the other one was a coloring stream. Okay. I just kind of have to commit to whether this is what I want, if this is the look we want. And I haven't erased the hair yet behind because I have to think about how I want to animate this. Because I was intending to animate it. So I'd previously done one flower emote animated, where holding a flower. And the animation was to lift it up and like... I may want to do it the same way. I'm just thinking because it's the literally the logistics of the arm that could look funky if I don't do it right. I'm thinking about it. Could technically go looking for... I think I'm overthinking for one. But I could technically go looking for animated flower references. Animated emote flower references. I know what I'll do. We will simulate an animation. We will simulate an animation. So we have her arm, which somehow other parts got on here. So we're just going to do that. Going to invert this to remove them. Arm layer, copy. I think it was the body layer that had some things. Pasty. Oh, back to the arm layer. Invert. Nope. Invert. Okay, better. And then it was... Oh, did I mess it up? Probably. That's fine. Thinking. When I start doing funky things, I get confused. Was it this one? Yep. Okay, that didn't quite work the way I was expecting. Try again. Include this, include this. Now it's gonna work. So, copy. Nope. Invert. This is not a good teaching lesson. Ignore everything I'm doing right now. You'll just be like, what are you doing? Okay, copy. Deselect. Now we can paste it. Boom. Now it's on the right layer. I was just moving things that were on the wrong layer. That's all I was doing. It's not important. Remember that I believe that iPads utilize space and I believe even RAM differently from PCs. Okay, you know what? That's like a super fair point. Fair point. So when I did my research before, it was pretty much all related to iPads, so I can't say for sure the actual numbers for PC versus like iPad in this case, because as you say, maybe they're different, and that's like a really valid point. But at least we can say more RAM is better, bottom line. More RAM, better. Hey, Raging Pianist, how are you? I was so excited when I upgraded to my 2nd gen iPod Nano, the Nano, which had 8 gigabytes, an incredibly high amount. Crazy, right? My ultimate iPad will be the 11-inch 2 terabyte storage Pro, but that's headed towards maybe 1800. Man, yeah, like I paid, it was 1700 Canadian. That was for the pen too. For my iPad, was it iPad Pro the 4th gen? And then my pen, I think my pen was 2nd gen. What annoyed me is in recent year or so, last year or so, iPads now support hover technology. And so my iPad, because it's before this, I think it was like the 6th generation and up or something like that. What is this? Fright Wave! Thank you. Thank you for the subby. How are you with the Prime? Thank you. How are you? Yeah, but it's like 6th gen iPad now, I think. Don't quote me again. Supports the hover pen technology. It always annoyed me that my iPad couldn't do the hover thing, especially because my good old Yugi old display tablet does the hover technology easily. I'm like, why did Apple do this to me and not care about hover technology? Grr, because it's not that crazy. Anumantha, thank you for the follow. How are you? Getting rid of the iPod Touch was a mistake to me. I liked them. iPod Touch. I had the old iPod Classic, which still had the spinning wheel, like for controlling the iPod. I was funny because when the touchscreen came out for the iPod, the old iPod, and I was looking, like my parents wanted to get me one. Hey Jenna, how are you? I told them I wanted the classic, which is the spinny kind, over the touchscreen because I was afraid to break the screen. I also felt like the value of the touchscreen was like so much more expensive, which I think I was kind of right. Those classics were bricks. So I still have it and it still works. It's not to say the touchscreen ones don't still work, but it was a brick and still works. Right now, just on, I just own the base model iPad with 256 gigabytes of storage. I've owned so many. This is basically an emergency iPad. You've owned so many like different iPads, you're saying? What exactly is an emergency iPad? Can you give me some project in your artwork CSP file? I've never really done that for anyone. I don't really know that that makes sense for me to do. You know what you should do though? When I'm like not sure what to draw, one of my favorite things to go looking for is a draw this in your style challenge, typically found on Instagram. A draw this in your style challenge is super fun. And then you have something to like, some purpose to draw for. It's also not a bad way to get discovered as an artist, to like get out there and put yourself out there. When the stimulus checks were happening, I picked up the 12.9-inch Pro. There was no other way I'd ever be able to afford it, and I love it for drawing. Gotcha. Yeah, mine's a 12.9-inch Pro as well. So, and yeah, mine's the fourth generation iPad, if I'm remembering right. So we might have the same one. And that was a good investment. Like, I've definitely used it a lot, and the portability factor of that is amazing, especially as like a parent now and like watching my kid. If only I could come and sit in this room. Not a chance. So it's nice to be able to be in whatever room I need to be in with my son and like draw from there. I've owned maybe 5 iPads. Going back to the iPad 2. How long would you say the average iPad has lasted you, Steven? Because like 5 iPads is quite a few. Emergency iPad is when your iPad Pro has too many issues and you need to charge a new iPad to a credit card and don't want too high of a payment. That sounds like a special luxury for you, Steven. An emergency iPad. Love it. All right, this is starting to look decent. I'm just worried about animating this arm. I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? Oh, that's right. I was gonna do a animation simulation. All right. Whoop. Okay, it's gonna be really hard to picture. I know how we can do this better. I know how we can do this better. You gotta get smart. Just gotta block this off so that I can select what I need to select. And we're gonna make this the selection folder. Turn these off for 5 seconds. We want our selection. Tolerance, is it down? Yeah. All right. Let's make this the color of white. Oh, reverse it. Invert it, I mean. Okay, that's white. And now we just need the arm layer to go behind. Which is gonna, you know, the hair's gonna be kind of in the way. So what I'll do, just for the animation simulation, is just erase this right here. Perfect. This is gonna work. Maybe. Ha! Ha! Ha. Now I gotta use my big brain. Does this look legit? Honestly, it's not that bad. Like, if I did it like... And I'm focusing on the arm, just ignore kind of... If it came from here. And the reason I'm checking this is to see if I can pull it off without doing an arm bend, because that just sounds like so much work. Work for somebody who's not like super duper animation pro yet. I'm gonna get more experience, but I'm also like, how can we do this as easily as possible? Yeah, I'm thinking. I think this is legit gonna work. Yep. That's the plan. I believe in you! All thanks! I think we actually succeeded with our animation simulation. I got what I needed out of it to at least make a decision that I think it's gonna work. Are you going to ever have fun with taking your son's drawings in the future and turning them into something amazing? I love when people do that. I don't know. There's certainly stuff for that. Like, there's a whole business for people taking their child's drawing and getting it made into like a stuffed animal plush, like custom based on the drawing. Like, man, some of this is weird, but like cool but weird. And I guess that's part of the fun. It's bizarre. I don't know, I never really thought about it. I think of myself as having many projects that I want to do. So, I don't know. Sadly, iPads have a tendency to start having issues for me within maybe a few years. That's not a very good track record. Hey, Steven, I'm going to say this because I think it's sort of funny. Have you ever considered an Android tablet? Like some Galaxy tablet thing? Oh, what are they even called? Samsung tablet thing. Have you? If the track record is a couple years and they're breaking down, that's pretty not too good. It's not that impressive, unfortunately. Saved. Joy, are you asking me if I saved? Ah, yes. Okay, save. You're right. We saved. Thank you. How are you, Joy? I think the older iPads lasted longer. Funny how that happens, right? Technology improves, but yeah, I don't know. What time is it there? 8:37 p.m. What about you? Yeah, this is Mountain Standard Time for me. I own Android tablets as well. Okay. I'm not locked into one or the other. I can appreciate that. However, for art, music, and reading, I find iPads are the best option. And that's like fair if it's simply like a navigation piece. Like, that's a good reason to have a preference, right? Well, interesting you're saying you've had both. And you wouldn't say in terms of technology last thing that one has obviously been better than the other. Hey, Sama! It's good to see you again too. How are you? I am doing good. How are you? And Ishka, hi! Yeah, it has been a hot minute. How are you doing also? Yes. It's fun to be streaming once again. You woke up that feeling I may be missing something, and I was right. So laying in bed in the dark and silently watching cute art and enjoying everyone's company here. Wicked. That's so funny. You woke up. Oh, the comfiness of a bed. Sounds wonderful. Sounds glorious. I almost wish I was there now. In my bed. Enjoying a blanket, a pillow, and coziness. I'm doing good. How's the family? Good. Things are good. My son is 2. It's almost like he's like 2 3/4 now. I was gonna say 2.5, but he's a couple months older than that even now. So good. He'll be 3 in March. Time flies, and getting ready for Christmas things. You know, leading up to Christmas is always a bit hectic. I enjoy it, but it's hectic. Ugh, how about you? Already they grow so fast. I know. Apple has its benefits and they outweigh Android's for me, but Android has its own set of benefits. And that's like a good way to see it, you know? And, you know, I have the iPad Pro and I basically got that before Android had anything competitive, like drawing tablet wise on the tablet for, you know, like for that. So we have the iPad and I've really enjoyed it. I have. It's just, it was an expensive thing. Oh, it's 9 a.m. We're like pretty well opposite times, Rishi. Pretty well opposite. All right. Are we going to call this sketch done? Well, no, there's still one more thing I want to do. And I just like to do this. Kind of just helps me visually see how it's gonna look in the end. Sending warm huggies to Shy family and everyone. Thanks, Joy. Being joyful, living up to the name, Joy. It's good. I find Android clunky compared to Apple. I think Apple understands touch-based UIs. That being said, it also depends on the device to a degree. Yeah, that's fair. That's probably a fair analysis of it. Now, I have a... Oh, what kind of phone? Crap. Samsung Galaxy... What is the latest? S23 Pro is the... How come I don't even know? I wanted to tell you what kind of phone I had, just because... For comparison's sake, phones versus like tablets and things. It's already on 23. I think so, unless I'm wrong. No, I'm pretty... Am I just getting messed up with 2023? No, I'm pretty sure it's 23. Are they trying to like coincide with the year? Because... S23? Yeah, it sounds right, doesn't it? Android's filing system is probably better due to certain things you can do. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Oh no, actually I do have one Android tablet and I think it's called Fire, you know, the Fire Androids. And my son uses it. It's kind of his, so we really only used it for his stuff, which is like just little games, kids games, and that's pretty much it for what we use that tablet for. Runs well for the Torment my son has put it through, dropping in and whatever else. Got one of those like heavy duty rubberized cases that are like really thick, which helps. Android there, Joy. Still an old Honor 8. Never honestly heard of that. Pretty sufficient on all my needs. Want to stay in some older ones, though also because of the Google apps supported and 3.5 jack. Yeah, that old audio jack they got rid of, you know. I kind of like have gotten used to the fact that there's no more audio jack. I kind of get the logic of less exposed to the inside of the device's like input holes in the phone. What do you call those? Like inputs? Sections where dust can get in. What's up, Alan? How are you? That's what I'm trying to say. And a raid! Thank you, Sir Nuttington. We appreciate this raid. How are you? How is your stream? Welcome, welcome. Make way for the royal nut. Oh boy, it's getting nutty in here thanks to your raid. How are you? We're just talking about Android and Apple and yeah, what phone do you guys have? Yeah, 'cause Joy, I've never heard of your phone, to be honest. I still heavily disagree with the loss of the audio jack. Yeah, no, like, I thought it was, like, the dumbest thing ever when they got rid of the audio jack, but I do see the point of minimizing the number of open holes. I don't know what to call them. Open ports, slots in the phone to allow in dust and humidity and whatever else, right? Of course, it's to the benefit of purchasing their AirPods and audio devices for the Bluetooth type. I eventually got wireless little headphones on Amazon that are like a no-name whatever brand, like nobody's heard of them brand. Thank you for the follow, ASNFDG. How are you? Welcome. And they've worked super well. I spent $30, and that's Canadian, so that's even less if you're talking US dollars, like 20-ish something dollars for like these headphones that are wireless, and they have a little case and they charge inside the case. I guess it's fair to say with like the old headphones that were wired, you don't have to charge those, so that's like nice. Anyway, I've come around to like be okay with the whole no audio jack thing. Was dying for in League for friendship. All for friendship. That's good. So did you have fun though on League? You know, it's funny. I played League of Legends last night for the first time in a while. Oh man, I had reinstalled it and then I realized I didn't have any of my old hotkeys, and then I was like, oh my god, I can't even play this game. Really, I should have just like hopped in a custom to figure it out, but I just like kept playing games and trying to fix it on the fly. Terrible idea. Don't recommend it. So, but thank you for the raid, by the way. So you were doing some League of Legends business. That's good. Who were you playing as? Which champion this time? Wired audio is still the best and most reliable. I mean, I won't argue with reliable. Something that doesn't need charging is pretty reliable. Although, if you have a cat, and your cat likes thin cords, it may get chewed up, and that's not so reliable. I speak from experience. $150, I want to say Sennheiser. I don't know how to pronounce that exactly. Headphones. And, is okay using them? Gotcha. I was having fun with friends, but I rather eat rocks. Rocks, you say? Oh, that's an emote I know. That's that one I drew for Supermanthony. It's a Supermanthony emote that I drew once upon a time. So I guess that would be probably the mutual connection we would know each other through ultimately if we had to like, if we were really trying to figure that out. Fun fact. Fun fact. Love it. All right, so we're getting the gist of this. I might, for argument's sake, just draw. Oh no, that's not gonna work, is it? Okay, let's pull these up here. Okay, here we go. It's better. I'm just gonna quickly do this. And then our sketch is done, so that's good. Oh, that's not gonna, okay, whoops. Boom. Now you really got a great piece of audio gadgets, which could be indeed a pity to knit being used due to the missing input in your small devices. Let me reread that just so I can understand. I see. Like if you had really like good audio devices that you're not using now simply because you don't have the input. You know what's funny though? I think of like my latest headset that I have for my PC, and it is a whatchamacallit? USB input. So you technically can't put that into a phone, even if it had the 3.5 jack whatever. Unless you had a converter. Hey, on that note, you can get headphones, though, that are USB-C anyway. You can even get USB-C converters, so you'd have one less input slot for dust things. So, there's something to be said for you can still use that kind of wired headphone. Years back, I got into buying good quality headphones, and I haven't looked back. I've owned Sennheiser, Shure, Bose, and Audio Technica. I'm gonna like pronounce these wrong. Headphones I own now are Audio Technica, or actually I see. Yeah, you know, I'm one who likes good sound as well. So for example, certain televisions, who says television? TVs have they have their own speakers, right? And some of them are so bad. I was at somebody's house the other day and they put on their TV to just show something quick, and they used the audio through their TV. And I'm like, you watch movies on this? In my head, you watch movies and stuff on this? Because the audio was so bad just through their regular TV. I mean, not everybody has the means of getting great speaker systems in addition to their TV. So just for me, as someone who likes technology and likes computers, it's like that would be one of the like first things I would be hopefully doing is like, let's upgrade the speaker for this TV. But yeah, fair to say not everybody has the means of always like having the best, right? So don't want to be judgy about it. I guess I'm just saying it's something that I really like and would want to do. Make sure I had good audio. I buy their mid-range since I can't afford $1,200 headphones. See, I think there's a line. There's a line between what sounds good and what's starting to get ridiculously priced and no longer beneficial per dollar spent. Like there's a line where it's you spend enough to get it sounding good, and then you don't need to have the top of the line. You know what I mean? Do you watch JJK? Hey Ben, I don't know what that is. What is it? Tell me more. Yeah. All right, so I would say our emote sketch is looking done. 1200 is still better than those highest ones. Oh god, so it goes up from there, which costs, I think, like I am sure there are things that cost a stupid amount of money. 50 grand. Yeah, any of you spend 50 grand on some like headphones or speakers before? I forgot, but the most expensive headphones were in the price of 1 or 2 houses. Oh god. Hey, I mean, if you can buy a house for 50 grand or 100 grand, that's pretty cheap. At least where I'm from. I look at it this way. Something might be better, but is it $1,000 better? And that's why I think there's like is threshold the right word? A threshold of like good enough, you know, for the money spent. Oh, it's anime. So what What does JJK stand for in terms of like anime though? Now I'm just curious because I haven't had anyone ask me like that if I watch JJK. But at the same time, because I'm not really one who spends time watching anime in particular, I mean, I have my nostalgic favorites. Some of the anime movies like Spirited Away and stuff, and Sailor Moon, of course, TV show from my childhood, but even Pokemon. But other than some of my faves and nostalgic faves, I don't really watch anime. Love good audio, but the audiophile industry is nothing but a racket. Ho ho ho, no pun intended, I'm sure. You can get great quality and solid sound for all your needs for less than 1,000. I mean, 1,000 to me for anything audio is still a bit of a stretch. I'm the same logic, so you're right, Steven, and I agree. $1,000. See, I'm a bang for buck person too, so it's like I'm willing to go off-brand if it's got really good reviews from reliable sources. So although my latest headset is Razer, it has a really good mic on it for being a headset. It's a great mic. And then but for example, I have those little wireless headphones that I spent $30 on Amazon for, and they've been good. For my purposes, they've been good. I'm the person who loves good audio, but I'm also the person who can't stand when people attack a person because they don't have the top of the line for minimal extra quality. Yeah, and I guess that's what I was trying to get away from. I was like, I definitely don't want to sound like that person. What I am though is just somebody who does care for my own sake that I enjoy good sound, right? Anything about the 500 to 800 plus is just a cosmetic. I'm good with the 80 to 250. See, I agree, Joy. That 80 to 250 range to me is realistic, and it's that bang for buck where you're definitely getting more quality for your money, but then you don't need to go higher because any betterness in quality is going to start to be, in my opinion, a lot less noticeable and a lot less worth the money. Yeah, so there we go. Jujutsu. I feel like I'm saying jujitsu. Kaizen anime. It's a new anime, so it's like the name of a specific anime show. Oh. Yes, sorry to disappoint, but yeah. I guess I don't watch that. How are we doing with this? That's looking good. Good. Well, we could get on to lining it, I suppose. Do I want to go on to the next part? I suppose I do. I'm going to collapse that folder. What do we have behind here? We need that. That can stay right where it is. I need that square. I'm going to lock it. And that's our sketch folder. Let's do some lines. Oops. I might use a brush for this. Valway, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Has anybody got what am I saying? Has anybody got plans for this week? Anybody got I bought a pair of $300 Bose and they were great. They were the noise canceling line. The thing is that they gave me a headache. Why? Were they too tight on your head? How does this happen? Not to mention you have to replace the battery for the tech. So I took them back and bought a pair for $200 and they were just as good. Not to mention they were noise isolating, which didn't require power. It's just the design. The whole noise canceling thing, I get it, but I also sort of don't. I feel maybe this is just me. I feel like it would be so... What's the word? Almost like disorienting to have noise canceling. I don't know. I just feel like it would be weird. Like true noise canceling. I kind of like that I could maybe hear somebody sneak up behind me kind of thing. It makes me feel like vulnerable or something. If health gets back in order, I plan on going to an anime convention this weekend. Oh, that sounds so fun. I want to go to a convention. I don't like any headphones I need to power. Right. Fair enough. Happy with any as far as sound. Don't have any kind of noises which can cause your head to blow up. Turns volume above 40 to 60 and your ears start bleeding, but not from the high volume, but from terrible sound quality. Funny. Right. I wonder if the noise canceling tech didn't cause the headache. I guess that's indirectly what I was wondering. And it's not to say good for some people, not for others. Fluffy says, I swear by noise canceling stuff doesn't give me a headache. Fluffy, was noise canceling something when you initially tried it was like something you had to get used to? Or were you just like the type where it was like always good to go for you? It doesn't make you feel paranoid that someone's gonna like sneak up behind you. Tell me somebody has snuck up behind you while you were wearing them. It seems to cause a pressure difference. Interesting. Because, yeah, what is it physically doing to your ears or head in theory? You know, that would, what is the science of this noise canceling technology? It isn't just like padded comfortableness, you know, keeping noise out. We're saying it's powered. How does that even work? Noise canceling uses sound to block sound. My brain be going like, what? Sound to... Wait. I'm just gonna think on that for a minute. I mean, I get it. Like, yes, okay. Yes, but... So why do my other headphones over there that have... Are they just... I don't understand. I put it back to like having better padding because... I don't know. It doesn't cause pressure. When I turned the tech on, it created that effect. You will hear a white noise kind of thing. Oh, so it does it weird. Sound can be tricky indeed, so Stephen may be right because each ear receives and feels / reacts for each sound frequency quite differently. Okay, literally the science of like sound and audio is so crazy. Of all the like technologies that I've like looked into for like upgrading my stream stuff and like, oh, we need a better microphone or whatever. And like, what's this freaking thing called? The interface for my microphone, which is related to audio, of course. It's some of the most confusing and hard to understand technology versus like anything else I feel like cameras, for example, pretty well, they're not straightforward, but at least I can like understand them. It's like something about audio science, and maybe just because I'm not experienced with it, is almost like abstract and it's like so confusing. But even one of my friends who he said he went to school for things, I don't know exactly what it was, but like audio technology stuff, he's like, I still don't understand it. I think he's kind of joking, but he's just saying it's really complicated. Derp sound. As your ear have a sensitivity for all sorts of wavelengths. Yeah, I've had 2 different noise canceling headphones, both Bose brand, and I have noise canceling earbuds now, Google brand ones. Oh, okay. Are you going to have this live vid on your channel? I will. I have to go to bed. Gotta get up early with the baby. Super fair. Sorry for my like delay response. I feel like I was slow. But yeah, Selena, I will definitely have it as a video on the YouTube channel for you to check out. So thank you so much for being here. Have a good night and a good morning tomorrow with the babies. I think some of the best tutorials on my YouTube channel are the ones I did last year related to line art. I did like 2. One was Clip Studio Paint specific about using tools to make line art easier. And then the other one was like not program specific, related to more general tips, like how to master line art was like the title. And I feel like I dropped some real gems in those videos. And line art is such a funny thing that I think by the time I was making those tutorials, I really like knew what I was talking about. But it has been an art form that takes a long time to get good at. Hey, but those videos would probably help anyone like looking to improve, dare I say it myself. I just think because of how good I kind of got at line art eventually, that those tutorials are actually pretty well gold. On the topic, that is. Dare I say so myself. Regular old earbuds right now. Well, that's what I've got, Fluffy. I don't even know where these came from. What make are these? I guess it doesn't matter. They don't sound like too bad. They sound good. Same as some kind of noise. Sounds can cause you a headache. Same goes with colors reactions for us. That's true. Like if we're gonna get down to the science of like wavelengths of audio, there's also wavelengths of light. So, you know, for sight, and kind of the same idea. Can vouch for Shy's past tutorials. Thanks, Yoshi. Just thought I'd drop in for 5 seconds and say, hey, because I'm about to go to sleep. Hey, turn down for what? I appreciate you stopping in. So I hope you have a great sleep, though. It's always great to see you. Thank you for popping in. Oh, that line could use some adjusting. Oh, yes. This what I'm doing right now. Oh, yes. Very much in the tutorials. Oh, yes. Am I drawing with a pencil? I am. Do I want to be? Oh, no. I think I'll change it to the pen. Wait a second. This is one of those moments where I'm like, how do I change it? And I'm like, do I have to go watch back my own tutorial? Pen? Did I just do it? Yes. Why does it look worse? Honestly, there's something to be said for line arting with a pencil. Because it looked better, didn't it? Should I just go back to line arting with pencils? I think I might. It's fine. I'll switch. I don't care. I don't have to keep it the same just because of, what's it called? The same emote set. I mean, this is a minor change, so I'm always switching some of this stuff up. That's fine. Vector layers changed my life. Yes, Suzuki, for sure. Bye, Selena. Have you used Photoshop? Yep, I still use it, but I use it for very specific things. I use it for photo editing, believe it or not, for a specific type of photo editing, and I like it for text. Its text features are definitely better than any other program that I use. So if I need to do fancy text stuff, at least I will jump in Photoshop. What's your tip on how to use references properly? That's a funny question. I always try to find references, but when I try to copy it, it never looks like the reference. I feel like I'm using references poorly. big topic, you know, on the topic of references. Overall, using them is great. And in theory, I want to say, like, it's not bad if your work isn't coming out exactly like the reference, because I would say most of the time when I draw something, it doesn't come out exactly like the reference. But on the other hand, I'm not usually trying to entirely copy it, which isn't bad. But I'm not trying to entirely copy it. I'm incorporating it to be something new. So with my use of references, it's usually with the intention of creating something new. That said, though, maybe you're drawing the eye for something that is new on the piece of like a portrait or a person. So like super fair. And you're trying to like completely copy the style or the way the art looks, or even a realistic photo or whatever. As to like how to copy to perfection, essentially, I don't know if I have the exact answer for you. I have an answer you're not gonna like. But practice will make it better. It's still true. But being a really good observer is the other piece of being good with references, is being able to understand what you're seeing. And I think that could be something that could be learned a bit. Like you could maybe be taught how to better use references. I'm sure there could be like tips around that or whatever. But over time, I know that my use of references has just simply improved from experience. She said the P word. I know, nobody likes the P word. The P word is too much work to practice. Nobody likes that. So I don't know, is there a more specific question related to references that I can help answer? I mean, I'm generalizing by saying, you know, practice is good and like trying to be observant is good. I'm not really sure how else to be helpful at this moment. I'm wanting to learn more realistic art style so I can draw friends, family, so I want to make it similar to the pictures, but I know I need to learn anatomy. Sure, yeah, learning anatomy is one piece of it. You know what I find sometimes helpful? If you want to draw realism and paint realism, sometimes looking at actual photos and realistic stuff is less helpful than seeing how another artist painted the same thing. Because you are not technically recreating the photo the way like a camera kind of does by pixel by pixel, it could actually be helpful to kind of observe paintings, because inside paintings and art, if you can zoom in or whatever, you get a sense of the brush strokes and the actual strategies used. So typically when I'm trying to learn an art style or be better, I would actually look at other artists' work who draw in the same style. Because again, you're not trying to recreate photos as an artist. You're trying to, I mean, maybe you are, but typically it's supposed to be stylized. I shouldn't say supposed to. Typically an artist is trying to do a stylized like painting type of thing. I did learn about using the grid, which has been cool. Yeah, I mean, I remember learning that strategy in school. To me, that's like, yeah, I don't think that's usually the strategy for like drawing. It's one way to achieve completely mimicking something. It's not bad, but ultimately learning anatomy would be more useful than kind of trying to be mathematical about it by a grid. You know what I mean? That there would be more value in understanding the anatomy. I think I just think about the piece as a whole, which freaks me out. Yeah, it's totally overwhelming, right? And I need to just look at one part and not stress me out. Yeah, I mean, and the answer is not going to be the same for everyone. Like the way to approach art and what works for someone may not work for somebody else. I mean, there's no question that in many cases, going to draw something a big piece or something is really overwhelming. I remember every single time I would go to start a new, especially a big project, it would feel so overwhelming. And it's kind of like I was saying, actually, when I started this emote, okay, this emote isn't a big project, but sometimes in the early stages, I'll be like, it's just not looking right. It's just, it's so far away from where I want it to be, the end goal, right? And so it's my just keep swimming advice, where I'll be drawing and I'm like, it doesn't look too great yet, but we're just gonna keep going. Just keep drawing, just keep drawing. Hence, just keep swimming. And we're here now because we just kind of almost didn't overthink it. Didn't let the mind stop us. So that's a good thing. Because essentially you're fighting against fear at that point. Fear of not being able to do it. The overwhelmed feeling, kind of giving into that. It's tough, right? Because we all kind of face that. That's such a good idea. Thank you so much. I'm assuming you're talking about looking at other artists' paintings instead of a photo. So yeah, that is definitely a good. And then the other thing I like to do is one of the ways I learn too, because sometimes it's a bit of process. This is where live streams are helpful, but maybe even more so, one of my favorite things that I did early on when I was trying to learn a semi-realism style was finding speed paints on YouTube and then actually slowing them down, because usually they're so fast that it's kind of hard to keep up. So on a YouTube video speed paint, you can hit the little cog wheel and there's something, you click speed and you put it to 0.25 or whatever. Turn off the sound though, because whoa. And you then observe. So you become a good observer. It's another example of basically observing somebody else's artwork in the same style you're trying to learn. Then you quite literally watch their process. Okay, they put a base layer first. Okay, they add these highlights. Okay, now they're adding these kinds of shadows. Oh, I didn't see that kind of like highlight there. Oh, that makes all the difference. Oh, they added red there. Whoa, what a difference. Like, whatever. You see what I mean? So getting to watch the process is even better. But you'd have to be able to make those, I don't know, draw those lessons from it, because in theory nobody's there explaining it to you. However, there are good videos out there. Let me just promote one of my own videos right quick, because I did do a video like this where I did explain as I went. I have a couple of them. Art Process Explained. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel called Art Process Explained. So these are all speed paints. I will drop them in both chats. They are all speed paints where I voice over them. I mean, you won't be able to listen to the voice in 0.25 speed mode, but you could watch it on regular mode and then like go back and watch it again. My semi-realistic anime Art Process Explained video, that's like the second one on the list, was a popular one, and that was that one was pretty well explained. So, because with semi-realism, of course, you're like, nothing could be more important, like outside of anatomy and stuff, and getting that right, is your lights and your shadows and even your color theory. I mean, that just sums up everything. If you're doing anatomy, color, lights, shadows, whatever, that's a lot of it. That's not all of it. It's a lot of it. Now, if I was smart, because I want to animate this, I would, on a separate layer, do the arm and the flower. So I'm gonna have to do that. I've been watching Draw With Me videos. That's good. Now let me go back up. I think I missed some chat. Definitely don't want to think about it in a mathematical way. I've always wanted to be the person to just go in like a coffee shop and anywhere and be able to just draw people quickly. Yeah, there's more to be said for like doing it in an artsy way rather than a mathematical way. But hey, like different people's brains work differently. So whatever speaks to you. Definitely, I love your art style. I recently started using Clip Studio and your tutorial vids have been insanely helpful. Thanks, Joe. Gonna lurk and absorb the knowledge. Sounds like a great plan. Thank you for the lurk. I've been watching Draw With Me videos. That's good. That's helpful. You can use the Loomis method for the head and learn figure drawing for the anatomy. Yeah, I stand by the Loomis method as well. I very much think Loomis is like a safe base to always use. Proco, yep. Yeah, and other teachers as well that are really, really good. I agree. Yeah, and just keep learning and absorbing and practicing. I mean, it's the reality, right? I mean, there's no shortcuts. However, there is good advice that can like game change, right? Instead of maybe doing it one way, you take some good advice and apply it, and that could fast track you better than doing it maybe without the advice. So that's again where the education piece and taking advice from people who are where you want to be, the teachers essentially. It's good. Dividing and breaking down into small pieces helps. Also taking your time. I think rushing is a mistake. Yeah. Those are all good general pieces of advice. I agree. How did I do the eyebrows on these other ones? Okay. Okay, I see I've been a little inconsistent. Hopefully nobody notices. So we're just gonna make a decision. We'll leave them out on this one. Doing this method as well, slowing speed paints down can seem better than you may think. Yeah, I remember like learning so much watching slowed up speed paints. It really was helpful. Okay, just to... Oh, I'm drawing on the wrong layer, aren't I? That's bad. Bad. Pamps, thank you for the follow. Hopefully I said your name okay. How are you doing? How are you doing? I like slurred my words as I said that. I promise I haven't been drinking. How are you doing? Shoot. Divide and breaking down. Oh, I read that already. I'd like to learn that style of illustration. Thanks for sharing your playlist. Yeah, I mean, something in there might be helpful to you. And if not, if it's not like what you're looking for, then obviously just look for something similar to, like, similar style of video in an art style you're trying to learn. They exist, I'm sure. Not very many people actually take the time, though, to explain over their speed paints. So I would say very few actually do that. I'm doing good, thanks. This emote is so cute. Thank you. We're making some progress with it. Not too shabby. And I don't know if I really officially showed them this stream, but for the same set, we have Artemis Confused. We have Mercury, and the white box is the actual like space of the emote. The extended areas for the animating, so don't worry about it. We're gonna animate it. Mercury High. And Sailor Moon is sleeping. This is my favorite one. Princess Sailor Moon is, you know, holding a heart. And yeah, that's what we got so far. And this is Jupiter holding a flower. So far, so good. Man, I love line arting with a pencil. I'm gonna make a tutorial. I've been actually meaning to make a tutorial specifically on choosing a line art brush. There's something to be said for this, because I think I always had it in my head, especially before, that the only acceptable line art brush would be a pen, right? Wrong! Wrong, I guess. You don't have to. Especially because there's, you know, some people quite evidently use release... Oh no, I have to use a different layer for that. Quite evidently use a totally different kind of brush for their line art, so it's a valid way to go. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Gotta do it this way. Gotta do it this way. I'll draw right through. Honestly, drawing emotes that you have to like do a little more complicated animations for is so annoying, because you have to draw it in pieces. So, so annoying. So I like have to make sure this arm is separate. And to have this separate in 2 pieces isn't very many. It really isn't. So, you know, I'm complaining about having to do the 2 pieces thing. Could be worse. Good old vector erase. Let's draw the flower. The line art of the flower. Let's go this way first. I remember your Sailor Moon piece you did once upon a time. Such a gorgeous piece. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad, was it? I liked Sailor Moon specifically in that one, which was good because she was pretty front and center. So I remember that being the best part about it. And funny because, you know, looking back, thinking back to that particular piece too, what stands out to me is the things that were wrong with it. That's fine. Yeah, that was one of my, was it one of my later ones? So it was actually better than some of my other ones. I did so many like different things. Like I had a lot of art styles. That was the much stronger anime versus my more like semi-realism that I would kind of do too. And then on the other side, I would do like the cute stuff, like Animal Crossing. I just like to do a little bit of everything. It's hard to just, I find it hard to stick to one thing. But I have stuck to doing chibis and emotes over the years. I really, really do. Oh, you know what? I have to fix that. I really do enjoy them a lot. And that's good. It's the key right there, enjoying it. Oh no, that has to stay like that. Oh, why is that all messed up? Hello? Better! This one leaf. Leaf? I mean petal. Looks messed up. Give it some size. I don't know. What is wrong with it? I just have to redraw it. Better. Boom. Do. Do. I don't know what song this is, but okay, how's that looking? Not too shabby. Let me think. Lovely flower. Thank you. My personal fave flowers are white, roses, lily, sakura blossom, and lotus. Still, I like all flowers, but all of those are that 0.1% nicer. White roses are also symbolism and meaning. Oh, for its symbolism and meaning. And speaking of which, what is the meaning of a white rose? Okay. Now, let me just take a gander at this for a minute. I'm just thinking about how I was intending to animate this one because it too has the arm situation where the arm is meant to be animated. So I'm just gonna have to separate it into 2 layers later because I didn't draw it that way. I gave it space, but I didn't like separate it, which that one's not going to be like the biggest deal to do. This one's a bigger deal because there's a lot more overlap between the arm and the you know, body and head and stuff, so it's a little more annoying. Gonna have to do that. Clean it up because it looks terrible. Better. I didn't know you streamed. Well, yeah, streaming on YouTube is a new thing. I remember subbing a while ago for your emote tutorials. Will, even better. Welcome. Is it AI Emeralds? Welcome. Yes, I used to stream before YouTube tutorials on Twitch, and then I was doing both for a while, like YouTube tutorials on YouTube and Twitch streaming. But anyway, recently Twitch says multi-streaming's fair game. So actually I was coming back to stream regardless, so that was just like a happy coincidence on timing there. It's a good thing. Okay, I've done something funky here. We have to fix it. Funky, let's fix it. Wait, what layer is what right now? That one, okay. Okay. We shall fix it. So, how will I do this? Hey, Yosef, how are you? Good to see you. Usually white roses are paired with archangels, and white rose symbolizes peace, harmony, and mainly purity. I have a strong weakness for white roses. Well, that's good. I think of... What do I think of? White rose? Wait, no. I was thinking Sailor Moon, and I'm like, no. Darien. Tuxedo Mask. He uses... Wait, are they white or red? I think they're red. No. White? No. I don't know. Second guessing myself. Anyone? Thinking. Ah, thank you for the follow. Oh, so Al Emeralds. Do you go by Al? Al Emeralds. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Thinking. I'm thinking. All right. I go by Emeralds. Welcome to the Twitch chat. Woo! Perfect. Emeralds is easier for me to, well, just as easy to remember. Perfect. I use Twitch way more, so this is nice. Perfect. See the beautiful, you know what's crazy? YouTube helped you find me on my Twitch stream. Yeah, no, that's cool. Oh, sorry, silliest specimen. I didn't see your message for some reason. I have to go. I have school tomorrow. I've been here, by the way. I just don't talk. No, that's fine. I'll see you on your next stream. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye, specimen. Have a good day tomorrow at school. What kinds of things do you usually watch, Emeralds, on Twitch then? If you're an avid... you know, Twitch user, then we're gonna erase that and redo this. I have to be strategic. Gosh darn animating. That's why animating tutorials are like gonna be a tough go, because each emote to animate has its own like weird challenges. It's like a puzzle. Puzzle solving, problem solving, puzzle solving. Sure, they're each their own puzzle that really needs some like love, care, time to figure out what the heck you're doing, basically. Oh, come on. Am I not on eraser? Help me, please. Help me, please. There we go. I just didn't need that there. So what we're gonna do, make that go there. The sleeve of that, this will go here. Herb Killikay, thank you for the follow. How are you doing? Welcome. That shall work. Okay. Save. Good call. Hydrate. Good call. Stretch. Oh, that's a lot of work. I could probably crack my back though. Did you hear that? That's like stretching, right? It does feel good. Save all those counts for everyone who may draw at the moment as well in the background, and there's any work to save. Gotta keep saving. Swell, how are you? I found you on YouTube. Speaking of which, we were just talking about somebody else from YouTube came to Twitch. Anyway, I didn't know you were on Twitch. We like literally just had this conversation with Emerald. That's so funny. We're like, I didn't know you stream. And anyway, not to make you feel like you're second to the party on the conversation, but thank you for being here. That's funny. And I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, it's good to have both Twitch and YouTube going for streaming and stuff, because you never know how people are gonna come and find you, I suppose. It's just good to be double duty on that. Might as well. What was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? I don't know if I like the shape that I've done for that. I'm going to fix it because it's bothering me. That's a little better. Okay, so that's all together and that's all together. And the reason I'm drawing like this again, if you were late to jumping in here, is I'm gonna animate this one. So it's a puzzle. You have to really think about it. As in, this is separate from that. Cool. So with that in mind, the arm is gonna go behind the body. That's what must happen. So I better color them in separate color folders. Okay, let me think. Folder. Let's make a new folder. Oh, what is happening? Is this the new folder? Okay. Drag it here. And I should name it. I should be like arm folder. Your tutorials have helped me so much. Yay! What kinds of things do you usually draw, Herb? And then I shall have a folder and we'll call it I guess I'll just call it body. Body. Put it in there. And then we have arm, which take that out. And we'll do a folder in the arm folder called color. Oh my god. Animating, an actual nightmare. Second guessing teaching it to anyone at this point. I feel like the part I'm not going to be able to teach is like, I'm not going to be able to teach to some degree setting up the files. All I will say is, this needs to be separate from this. Good luck. That's kind of what's happening. Mostly chibi heads because I'm super new to drawing. Ah, that's good. I mean, one of the first things I ever did drawing when I was new was chibis too, because they were so fun. And it's funny because to this very day, chibis are still one of my favorite things for my pure enjoyment to draw. They're just very fun. Funny how that works. So let's move our... Wait a second, this just got more complicated. See, here's the trouble. The hair layer needs to be beneath the flower layer, but the body layer needs to be in front of the flower layer. Because the so what that means is we need to make a third section. We will put the... Should I put the head separate? That's probably just the most logical thing to it. The head will be separate from the body. Okay. It's gonna be fine. So, flower on top of body. And then the hair. Think. Flower. The hair layer goes on the bottom. You know what the problem with that is? This is complicated. It's gonna be fine. I might fix that more manually because F doing that a different way. This is so annoying. Why do I try to animate? God damn it. We need more chibis. Oh god. It's funny because I'm not gonna like finish coloring this today. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna be like, what the? Oh, you know what would help though? Is having well labeled folders. Do I want to make the head separate from the... This is a pain in the butt. Alternatively, we make the flower separate. No, we can't do it that way either. Can we? My brain hurts. Make it stop. Layer management trouble. We all love overlaying objects as some strokes. Going from the front line into the background. Gosh darn, like... Layer management for animation is a whole other ballgame. It's awful. Hey, Princess Bubbles! Jupiter looks so cute. Thank you. How are you doing? We are doing our best. We are trying. We're gonna animate it, which is dangerous. So I'm just game planning how to layer them up. I thought it was gonna be simple. And then I realized the flower needs to be in front of the hair. Oh, I'm good. Thanks for asking. My goodness. Okay. How are we gonna do this though? What is the smartest way to do this? Guess it depends on what's moving. The flower... I could do the flower bit itself on its own layer on the very, very top to avoid the conflict. And I think that would be the simplest way to go, which is again annoying, but it's simpler. So let's do it that way. Let's do a folder and call it flower. So instead of being a 2-layer animation, it's going to be a 3-layer animation. Oh boy, when I finally do some live streaming on animation, it's going to be fun. Although this is technically part of that. It's going to be, by fun I mean confusing for anyone watching, like what are you doing? So this is the layer with the flower and the arm. Let's pull that into here. And what I'm going to do from here is duplicate it. I'm going to put it, where's my duplicate? Put it up in the flower folder. Turn this one off and erase everything that isn't the flower in this case. So, boop. Perfect. And then turn that off. Turn this on and do the opposite. So I know that's gonna mean our stem situation here is gonna need to be extended for purposes of the flower moving. So we're gonna extend it. There, and it will be hidden, so no big deal. Oh my goodness! A raid! And it's an emote party! These emotes are flying. It's been a minute since I've seen some flying emotes. Looks good. Princess Bun Bun, thank you for the Bun Bun raid. How are you? How was your stream? What were you streaming today? Thank you so much. Welcome everybody. Who welcome? Maybe a cat. Magnificent Kevin. CO Cadelic, maybe. Thank you for coming. And everyone else. Welcome. Did I miss anyone else? And Torchline. How are you all? So good to see you streaming. I know, it's been a minute. How are you? How are things? How is streaming today? It's nice to get on and stream. CO Kedalik, thank you for the follow. If I'm saying your name wrong, just let me know. I had a nice little study stream today, trying to get everything done at the end of the semester. Good for you. Study and streaming, that must be an interesting combination. Haven't tried a study stream myself. I feel like I wouldn't be very productive and like y'all would be distracting. In the best way, of course. But hey, maybe you've got like a good system and like they help you. Props to you for doing it though. I have to literally mute during the work parts. Oh man, that's hilarious. Fun though, gotta make it fun. Well, and if you're just coming in now, I'm doing an animated emote here. So I've got funny layers and things that I'm preparing for. I'm doing an emote set of Sailor Scouts. We have even the cats. There's your Artemis Confused, your Mercury High. I did this one on the last 2 streams that I did. Sketched it and drew it. Colored it, I should say. And then we have Sailor Moon Sleep and Sailor Moon... Princess Sailor Moon with a heart, and that's what we have. And now we're working on this one. These are so cute. Thanks. Yeah, so it'll be a set of 10 Sailor Scout emotes. It's kind of fun. Chat breaks. Yeah, that would make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yep. Exams not anymore. Hopefully your things went and still going the best for you. Exams can bring on that stress. Hey. You always make the cutest emotes and badges. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Herb. Yeah. I like making them, so. Next step. This will make everything make sense. Okay. What we need to do on the color layer Shall we reference, how shall we do the references? You know what? We'll do one at a time. Boop, boop, boop. One at a time. So here we have the arm. The arm must be separate because the arm's gonna lift the flower up, whatever. And you know what? It's just as well the little flower be separate because then it can wiggle a bit, which would be cute. So perfect. Many cute. I live for cute. I need it. Yes. Well, fun fact. This will be one of my pre-made sets eventually on my pre-made on my Etsy store. So any streamer looking for emotes, they will be there in some future when they are finished. Maybe I should hold your breath for that when they get finished, or don't. Or don't. Okay, layer. Thinking hard. Reference. No, I already had that on. Reference on. Select. Outside. Oh, right. I need to finish enclosing the area for the overlap. Okay, enclose. Perfect. Now we select. Now we invert. And we'll paint it white. There, that section is complete. We will color within there for that section. Next, a section. Okay, reference it. Boop. And let's put a layer. Select it. Select, select, select. Select, select, select. Looking good. Select. What happened there? Oh, no, that's fine. That's right. That's correct. Now, let's fill it in white. Nope. Invert it and fill it in white. Perfect. I'm just looking at that stem like, it'll be fine. I'll make sure in the animation that it's fine. I can't wait for this one to eventually be available. I can't wait also. Hey, the animation you did for the hype, that works super well. That looks great. I haven't seen it done with that combo, but makes sense. Looks great. Hype! That's super awesome. You gotta love the auto animate feature of like Twitch, where you can like animate a still emote through Twitch features. Super helpful. Because, you know, animating emotes is a lot of work. So the fact that you can kind of just like auto make it? What would you say? Auto populate it? I don't know what the word would be. Auto do it. Someone come up with a better word. I love the auto for Twitch that works with the emotes. Yeah, I know, and it looks great. That's where we're going with this. It's Mooney. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? And we invert, boop, and we go to this layer and we fill. We have done it. Oh, but we need to do this part now. Layer duplicate. And we gotta put this underneath. Man, I make this complicated. Thinking, thinking, thinking. I like to have nice borders around. This is all related to the line art. We're still line arting here. Oh. We're gonna have to change these to, for these specific ones, brush to pen, because we can't get away we can't get away with the pencil on these outer borders. So we're gonna change that to pencil. I mean pen. Oh my god. 199.9% of all cases, you just wish if you just could turn and take cute arts into the IRL, out of the screen sketchbook, so you could hug them. Yes, Joy. I feel this. Layer duplicate. Drag it below our white base layer. Yes. And then we object tool, change it to pen. Pen. Has to be a pen. Size 18. That's what I've been going with. Very thick lines. Very good. Okay. And then the final one. It's gonna look good soon. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Not really, but one step closer. Okay, change it. Same thing. Change the brush from pencil to pen because it has to be. And then we will increase the brush size to 18. Make it consistent. Not too shabby. Now, why does it look like that? I would say something on this layer is doing funky things. Sometimes you get stray lines that you don't see, and then you make it thick, like 18 thickness, and then they appear. So we gotta erase that. Oh, and then I just looked. There's things I forgot to draw from our sketch layer. So we're just gonna add that now. We would have figured it out eventually, but oops. Black. There. That's better. You know what? We should also add like the shoulder sleevey things. Okay, try again. Ah, yes. Little details. They will help us, won't they? And then... what's left? Oh, yeah. With our line art, I like to thicken various important lines. We are going to thicken that, what do you call this? Jawline, I guess? Headline, neckline? Oh, I like to set process whole line in this case. So boop, boop. Much better! We must emphasize important areas. Sometimes I think I need to do it with the hair, and do we like it? Do we? Yes, I think I do. These look important. What else is important here? The bow? Is it important? Yes, I think it is. How about that? Important? Suddenly everything's important. Wow. Not really. Oh, important. Let's do fingers. Did I do this? Here. I'm going to turn off process whole line. I just want the tips of the fingies. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's what we want. Ho, 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 ho. That's what we want. And here too. Ho, 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 ho. Looks good. Oh, we're at that point where, you know, we start streaming for a while and I get too comfortable and I just start saying things. Things in a funny way. Okay. Good. We've sectioned it. We have flower, we have body, we have arm. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. It's going to be animatable. Animatable, is that a word? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I think it's a word if you can understand me. Did you ever think of that? It's a word if you understand me. See what I mean? I'm saying stuff. What are you saying? Well then. Okay. Oh, there's a friend. Let's do it. I like your energy. It's the energy fluctuates, I should say. I'm not always on the same like wavelength all stream long. We start off with the old awkward intro phase where I'm like, hi, how are you doing? Or whatever I say, you know, like it's not even like that, but I can't even emulate it. Emulate is a word. And then we stream for a while and then we have like some chill time, a lot of talking with each other. And then it gets quiet sometimes and then I start stream for too long and then I'm like saying really silly things. The derp. That's why like the theme of our channel overall, despite time, has never changed. Derp is a theme. The derp energy fluctuates. It fluctuates to and fro. Exactly. That's what makes it fun. Right? Exactly. I stand a silly derp. Derp, derp, derp. Yes. The next thing we shall do today. Well, let me think. Last time, let me think. I'm thinking. I just want you to know that when I'm saying I'm thinking, and now I will tell you that I am quoting Winnie the Pooh. I just wanted you to know. I cannot take credit for such wise words. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I was thinking, and I wanted to tell you something. I was thinking, and then I was going to tell you. Oh. That what we're going to do is, I'm going to save the coloring portion of this for the next stream, I think. And then dare I animate it on the following stream after that, something like that. I'll have to do a little animation brush up before I stream it because oh boy, the brain cannot think that hard while live streaming. So, you know, stay tuned for those streams. My streams are typically weekend evenings right now, roughly this time of day. Well, this would be an ending time, so starting, you know, hours before this. Odds are I'll stream next Sunday because I'm looking at Sunday again for practicality of my life. Sunday's looking good, so hopefully we can do Sunday next week. That's what I'm thinking. And we are streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So if you're a YouTube user, you know, follow me on YouTube, subscribe. And if you're a Twitch user, you know, follow me on Twitch. Now we're both. Yes. And what else? Usually, like the end of the stream, it's been a long time since I've streamed regularly. So I'm like, what do I say at the end of streams? But like, this is my opportunity to be like, hello, I am Shy Fox and I do things like art. Well, that part you knew, but whatever else. Important things going on. What else is important? I guess attending the next stream is important. Subscribing is important. I don't know what else is important. Nothing. Well, you could always join our Darpy Discord. If I had a link to that. Actually, I can probably come up with a link you to things where we have Discord. Copy link. If anyone likes Discord, it's just an art Discord for art discussion, and I guess I do announcements in there, like I do an at everyone when I'm trying to stream. I'll have to fix my my Discord channels because I think I messed it up today, so it's fine. And then what else? I've got Instagram. Oh, how about this for real nice self promo for a change? For a change? I don't know. For right now, I use Patreon. Patreon is a fantastic place to support me, Shy Fox, because on Patreon, I guess because the dollars go to me more so than your other platforms like Twitch, who takes half or something like that. Anyway, Patreon, I have like other rewards. I do a vlog at the end of every month. That's a very, very important behind the scenes vlog that you can see for as little as $1 a month. Oh man, it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not, kind of. Anyway, worth mentioning that I do have that as being probably the best way to support me with dollars if that's what you want to do. And for those of you that already do, I thank you, because there's lots of you who do, so thank you. And then, and of course, the other best way to support me is just viewing my stuff, my streams, my videos, and so on. And then I do have a TikTok. Yeah, just pass on that. Okay. That's all I have to say about me. Oh, you know what? Open copy link. I guess I have this info in the... I won't be in a YouTube description, but it will be in the Twitch description. Description? That's on... The box is below the video stream. It doesn't matter. Okay, anyway, so that's there. Now, I would love to go raid a friend on Twitch. So this is a raid on Twitch we're gonna do. This is a friend I have from kind of real life, actually, because we met because of Twitch. We went to a Twitch meetup. Great fun. And we kind of kept in touch a little bit. So, you know, I haven't streamed in a long time, so I think he'll be surprised for us to raid him. So let's go raid my friend Parmesan today. So I'm gonna link his stream in, again, both chats here. And then I'm gonna type the /raid, right? That's how we do this. I feel sometimes like I forget how to do all this. Perfect. And yeah, hopefully y'all can... A raid has been created. Come hang out again next weekend, do some more emote arting, color this maybe. That would be sweet. I don't have a raid message. We used to, didn't we? How about we type derpy raid? Derpy raid. If you want. You can type it yourself or you can copy paste derpy raid. And thank you for all the new friends who came by today and my old friends. Good night, Shy. It was great to see you again. Love and hugs to you. Thank you so much for your stream. Thanks, Joy, for spending time with us. I appreciate your company. And Herb, Thank you for being here, and everybody else. We're gonna go raid Sean. What is he playing? I don't know. Lethal Company? I have no idea what that is. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys next weekend, and if not, there's always weekends after that. And if I don't see you, then toodaloo. Yeah. Yeah, thanks Yoshi. Thanks for being here. Fun times. What else do I have to say about it? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes the raid time for the countdown is not long enough, and sometimes I run out of things to say. Well, it was fun. I did have fun streaming today. Truly. So thank you for hanging. Let's go visit Sean. Bye, friends. See you on the other side. Love. Hugs. Bye-bye. Bye, friends.